Welcome back, everyone. Laura Farmer is here with CASA of Southwest Missouri. Now, if you're not familiar with CASA of Southwest Missouri, it recruits, trains, and supports community volunteers who assist the court in protecting the best interests of abused and neglected children right here in Southwest Missouri. Laura, it is so great to have you.
Yes, thank you.
You got lots of things going on. I think volunteer recruitment, maybe some new buildings.
Yes.
Please tell us all about it.
Yes, so number one, we're always recruiting volunteers. So we unfortunately have a big problem in our community with child abuse and neglect. We have a lot of children in foster care who need a volunteer to meet with them, support them through the foster care process, and advocate for their best interest. We have 193 children on our waiting list right now. So desperate need for volunteers in our community. And I always say our community is very generous. We have a lot of people that want to help in a lot of ways. And this is a great way to make a huge impact in the life of a child.
Absolutely. Well, and it must be, you know, you're obviously, it's such a great cause, but 193 just on the waiting list. How can we help further, you know, combat that and get that number down?
Yes. Well, number one, volunteers. So our volunteers, they go through an application process, an interview process with us, and then they go through 30 hours of training. And I understand that that might seem like a big commitment. 15 hours are in the classroom, and then 15 hours are online through a self-paced curriculum. So it's a pretty simple process, but they'll be learning all kinds of things about the foster care system, going to court, because not everyone has went to court.
No.
And so you don't know what that's like exactly. And then all of our volunteers get paired with a staff person who helps them through that process to make sure that they understand the ins and outs, they're not intimidated by it. But then the main thing is our volunteers are building a one-on-one relationship with a child that's in foster care. So it's a great way to make a connection and impact a life.
Yeah. And Paula, you mentioned you might have...
Yes, so I have a really good friend of mine that is actually a volunteer, and she talks about it all the time, when she talks about it, it's like heartbreaking, but she is standing up for this child because no one else is. So she is that person that child feels comfortable enough to tell her stuff. She can see the environment and everything, and every time I'm like, I've got to like be involved with this. But 193 kids, do they get, like, so would my friend get multiple, or does she just get one child?
Yeah, that's a great question. So typically one CASA volunteer will serve one child or a sibling group that's in foster care. So we actually have about 300 volunteers right now serving about 500 children in our community.
Wow.
And so you can see we're already doing a lot, but we have a long way to go to serve 100% of our kids in foster care, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
So again, just constant need for volunteers. And if anyone's listening, if you're interested in volunteering, you would go to our website. It's casaswmo.org to fill out the application. And then one of our staff people will contact you to provide you a little bit more information and then walk you through that process of the interview and then signing up for one of our training classes.
So it sounds pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Very, like, if you need assistance, no one's going to say no.
Right.
That's great. And then what about new buildings?
Yes. So we have 2 new buildings. We just moved into our headquarter building as well as our CASA Clubhouse. So our CASA Clubhouse is a one-of-a-kind activity center for children in foster care where our CASA volunteers can visit with their children, play games with them, interact with them in a very safe, confidential space. But then also we can do things like cooking classes for older youth that are in foster care. So we actually have our first cooking class coming up. And so that's very exciting. We have a CASA Carnival coming up for back to school. So all kinds of really fun things. And so if anyone is interested in getting involved in that way, helping kids learn how to build resumes or apply for jobs, there's just all kinds of activities that we can do out of our clubhouse beyond our CASA volunteer experience.
I don't want this to be a dumb question, but do you happen to see the rates of foster care children, like children going into the system more in the summer, more in the school year?
Yeah.
Just constantly all the time?
No, that's a great question. We do see certain months of the year that are higher than others for children entering foster care, and typically with the beginning of school. You know, teachers, they care about kids. They might see things that they're concerned about and work with families. And so typically during the start of the school year, we see an increase in the number of children entering foster care.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then events again, CASA Carnival, and then the cooking correct?
Uh-huh.
And then was there something?
Yes, so we are involved in a car club called Pharaoh's Car Club, and they are doing a big car, bring your hot rods out and everything in October.
Yes,
So I think
October 14th.
October 14th.
Okay.
I probably won't be there because I'm going to be a Lala right around that time, which means I'm going to be a grandma. But
Grandma.
yeah. But so anyway, but the car club, Pharaoh's, I think you can go to their website, Facebook, or it's probably on
CASA's Facebook or CASA's website. Yeah.
Yes. So, and everyone loves your husband will probably be there to
Definitely.
look at the car.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event. So fun. Bring your families, all of that. Yeah.
Okay, and one more time for anyone just tuning in, where can they find information about CASA?
Our website is casaswmo.org. They can also visit our Facebook page or Instagram to learn more.
Oh, thank you, Laura.
Yes, thank
All right, stay right there. More fun on Ozarks Fox AM right after this. Yeah, that CASA Carnival sounds fun.
I love the cooking.